my 2005 Tacoma, dual cab, with the 6-foot bed. I just recently had it rhino lined because it was red before, and the clear film was starting to peel off. So a buddy of mine had an idea, he wanted to try something. He didn't even tell me what color he was going to do. He just kind of took it for a week, and then this is what I got back, and I love it. It's been a big plus. Stuff comes right off it with a hose. If I do scrape it, he can always touch things up. So it was definitely a nice addition. Inside is probably a mess, but other than having my iPad for Gaia or Awnings off-road, whatever I'm using, everything else is pretty much. I did get the Wolf system rear view mirror so that it's a video, which is really nice because I can't see because of my Go Fast. So I'm very, very happy with that. It does a split screen also, so I can record front and back. And that's been a big plus. I keep my recovery gear here, extra boots and shoes, refrigerator on the other side, which I actually just bought from Greg. I haven't even really plugged that in yet. But I try to go with as little gear as possible. I started off as a backpack camper, hammock camping, and as I got older, moved to car camping, truck camping. Before this, I had a rooftop tent, but again, you can't stand up with those, and my back issues has made it necessary to be able to stand up and stretch. Most of the camping I do is fall, winter, and early spring. I'm not a summertime guy when it's real hot, so when it's winter, it's nice to be able to stand up and dress, put your layers on. I have a diesel heater I do take. I also have a buddy heater I'll use if it's not going to get that cold, if I just want to take the edge off of it. I have this awning here, which covers this one side, and that was my original awning, which I've used probably the most. And on the other side, you'll see I got a 180 I also bought from Greg. Seems like we all sell things back and forth. And I do like that if I'm camping in bad weather. I also have a portable fire pit, which if it's pouring, I can kind of put it half in and half out, and that way I can get some warmth. And that's been a big plus. Coming around the back here, I try to carry as least amount of stuff as possible, because otherwise, to me, then I might as well just have a big Winnebago. So I have one tote, which I basically keep a lot of my food stuff in it, wires. I have it separated in here. Jet boil I use more than anything. I do have a stove inside there, but I don't use that as often. Again, just trying to keep things simple. In the back here, I put down a plywood floor, but I elevate it a little bit. So I get a nice smooth surface, and then I had some AstroTurf left over from my backyard, and that's been absolutely wonderful. It just gives it a nice feel. Most of the sleeping I do is down here. I'll lay my mattress this way. Again, I like to be able to have the ability to stand up. Or if it's inclement weather, I'll cook my coffee. I'll make my coffee up there, heat up water for dehydrated food. The toilet there, the old 5-gallon bucket. I have a jackery that I use. If it's not that cold, I have an electric blanket, which I'll plug in there. Can also plug in all my electronics to charge. I put that net back there. Basically, I just keep all my sleeping gear in there.
Why was it you chose a GFC?
It was actually, I was looking at a Lone Peak, but they have a long waiting line. They just started. And I was on Facebook page, and I think I put in one of the groups, does anyone know of any used Go Fast for sale? Because there's a waiting list for it, and I wanted to get going. And Apex Overland, nice people down there, they messaged me, said, hey, they had one that someone had to cancel on, sitting there. So I think a week later I drove down and they installed it, and coming from the rooftop, it's a game changer for me. Again, the ability to stand up, the ability to change, and if it's bad weather, I can put a chair in there and I can sit and eat my food, and it's just been really, really convenient. Put my water here. Usually, I'll pull it out here when I'm using it, but it's just an easy way to transport it. Last year I had the swing out tire bumper put on, which has been a big help. Yeah, I had the Overland. I have a 180 awning on this side. Comes around that way. If I'm doing things in the back, if I'm cooking or whatever, I can be covered if the weather's bad, which it's been real nice. But again, nice weather, I don't deploy them. You could add a million things to these trucks. I mean, and I do, and I'll take them away. And again, some of the guys in the group, someone will, we sell things and buy things back and forth. But as it's come down to it, again, I try to be as simple as possible. You can spend as much as you want, but you can also spend, you don't have to spend a lot. You can refurbish things you have at home. To me, it's just about getting out and enjoying the time. And if it gets too complicated, then it becomes a situation where I don't enjoy it. And the whole system behind my whole belief system with this is I can get in my truck on a Friday afternoon. I don't have to plan. I don't have to pack anything, and I can go. Everything's there. Everything's ready, and it makes it more enjoyable. Before, when I had to figure out what tents I was going to bring and what sleeping bags I was going to bring, pack the car, unpack the car, then it became a hassle, and I wasn't getting out enough. This put me in a situation where I can just get in and go. Any time of the year, I have bins for winter. I have bins for summer. All I have to do is swap them out. Yeah, I think you have to take steps. I mean, I see people go out and buy everything and then they don't enjoy it as much, or it's just not the right fit for them. I think you have to take steps and decide, kind of have a goal. What am I trying to do here? To me, it was all about making it simple, making it, I can do it on the go. I'll head out sometimes if I want to go fishing. The weather's gonna be perfect. At the end of the day, I get in it, drive to my destination, sleep, get up in the morning, boom, I'm fishing, without having to really plan anything out. It is nice having the deck that if, like I said, I sleep in the bottom mostly, but if a buddy goes along with me, we can set it up so someone sleeps up, someone sleeps down. That's nice. Sometimes there's times when the weather's perfect, I'll put a tarp on the ground and I'll sleep in my sleeping bag outside just because, it is camping. I do want to be out in the elements.
Well, thank you so much.